Well, hey, there you are. Here I am. Hey, we're hanging out. Let's play some Minecraft. What do you say? Welcome back, everyone. I hope this is a continuation from the last video. For many of you, hope you had a nice break. I know I did. Actually, ended up being a little longer than anticipated, and I've heard the rumblings. I know, it's so typical. We all do it. Don't say I never did nothing for you. Yeah, I took about an extra 15-minute break while the garbage truck was going by and let it finish up its business. So no loud banging or engine roars, at least from that source, for this video. So yeah, you guys can all thank me in the comments. I know. It was nothing. I really don't mind. Just, sat around twiddling my thumbs until it was done. No, I'm kidding. It was a blast. I actually spent more time outside because of it. And while it's very partly cloudy to the point where you'd almost say it was threatening, it isn't yet. It's still bright, like the holes in the clouds are letting through tons of sun, and it's pretty nice out there. But by the time we finish this up, that may have changed completely. It may be wet. Real quick before we head on out into adventure, I am going to grab a quick coordinate here, throw it into my trusty dusty notepad here. I had the head of the Gast Farm Railroad, and that's actually a pretty good starting point. We'll call this Gast Farm Desert. Well, that's a good way to get it done. And I actually, these, you guys can't see. What am I talking about? I'm just parenthesizing the Gast Farm Railroad because we don't have overworld coordinates for it, but all these other portals, overworld is going to be negative 6196 and 2834. And then we'll grab the corresponding if we ever need it. Okay, that's saved and done. Thanks for your patience. Sorry about that. But now, if we get so turned around in our adventuring that we can't find our way back, we can just go to the coordinates. So, for anyone who may be new, first of all, welcome. Thanks so much for dropping by. In this exciting episode, we at least intend to do a bit of wandering. This structure here, beautiful as it is, yeah, it's a concrete or stone and obsidian box. We built that when we were bringing ghasts to the overworld for an advancement. That work is done successfully. I might add a couple videos ago. Check back, I think it was number 181, where we managed that feat. But now we're just kind of making use of the portals to do a bit of exploring out in the world. And we confirmed in our... This is all clay, by the way. We confirmed in our last episode that we are actually in 117 chunks, which is nice because we have a lot of stuff and goodies that we otherwise wouldn't have access to. We did not set up inventory. We probably should have done that. I thought there was a gold block, but maybe it was just the seagrass here in the distance. I don't see anymore. Ooh, got a ship though. And I think that one of the things we're still looking for may be possible on shipwrecks. So let's check for that. I don't know which chest. I kind of guess it's the one behind us, but we'll come here. Ooh, so exciting. I haven't been this excited for a shipwreck in a long time, since we started this one. Nothing new there. That's too bad. Some kind of garbage. Oh, no, this is it. Oh, man. Okay, get rid of you. You and you. Definitely want those. Okay, get up to the surface. Let's get some more air. Still got a treasure box to loot. No difference there. Oh. Yeah. This girl's right. We can swim through this gap. We get extra superpowered. Oh, and you know what this means? If we see a wandering trader, we should have enough. Now, get out of there. It's amazing how difficult that is when you're running out of air. Got a lot of it here. Good. Let's go to this land so we keep exploring. We'll go deep. For anyone who's, I'm not trying to be mean-hearted here, but you know, if you've been hanging out under a rock and haven't seen any content yet, one of the things that we can look for now in 17 is our geodes. Geodes exist throughout 17 and can be visible at the bottom of oceans where they would poke up out of the surface. And that's pretty good stuff. I can put you down. I didn't really need to. What I wanted to do was do that. Let's put brown. And then let's break that and put all of these away. And then we'll just kind of indiscriminately dump and figure we'll sort later. I know, we'll hate ourselves for it eventually, but I'm so happy to have this moss. I'd like to get a lot more because I'm afraid of messing it up. Now the other thing we want to do, tools, and put this away, and let's get our axe out, just for future use. And I don't think we need to light a lot of fires. Okay, now we'll carry those to this one. And away we go. And again, you know, kind of opposite of early game Minecraft. I think we, oh, now it's nighttime. I think we want to swim. For one thing, it's a little quicker than just walking on the ground without, you know, unless we're jumping. But also, there's just so many goodies to find in the sea that now that could be. Those are either structures where we might get it around, or geodes possibly. It's not night yet. Come on. There you go. Sip. All right. Yeah. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. Anybody see one? Was that another one? Where's he coming from? Okay. Come on, video game. Come on. Come on. That's just flesh. Did you go find some more of your friends with the tridents? Ooh. At least you gathered up those shields for us. Looks like a lot of flesh. Now, have these changed at all? It just looks kind of like stone brick. Oh, another thing we wanted to kind of check in on that I am just thinking of now. We wanted to look at local difficulty. And see, we're at 3 here, but again, we're not in the nether. But we also just slept. So, again, I'm not real sure how that works, but we want to kind of keep checking on that just for the educational benefits. And if you guys know, that is something, I don't particularly want a lot of backseating in the game, in the comments or anything. If there's stuff to be discovered, I've already talked about how I don't, before 17 was coming out, I'm not out there looking for new tips or content. I want the chance to discover that on my own. We're not going to waste time with the... even though it's a luck of the sea 3, which is probably the best thing you want in the fishing rods. Come on. Fire crop. And take this though. Take it. Okay. So we did those two. Hi. There's some more up on top. Any of these have trident guys? So, stuck on air there. Take that and that. Mending fishing rod, that could be combined with some others. Save us a mending book. That will take. Oh, baby drown. Be shy. Well, that was cool. I wish should have been a tiny bit more productive. Chest in here. Does feel a bit like, a fish in an aquarium. When you go swimming through the castle, kind of go in one hole, out the other. If the fish in aquariums get as much kick out of those as I do, good for them. Looks like one, right? Here we go. Okay, let's add a bit of stone here. What? Did I get it? No. Where's my... Got it now. See what we're doing. Now, so I have learned a little bit through watching other stuff on Managing geodes. Stuff which I think will be helpful, although who knows how helpful it will be out here. But certainly making up the very first geode we found, fortunately, without any foreknowledge, I was like, well, this is the first one. Let's not just harvest it all, because, you know, it's the first. Maybe we'll come back and visit it. I don't know anything about it. So, geodes will continue to create amethyst crystals, not the blocks, but just crystals, if you leave them in place. But they... I didn't really know how, anything about how it worked. Other than that, it was, kind of a design. Okay, so now, of course, that one. Okay. We could have just swum. So all I was really looking for here was just a place to get some stone, honestly. I didn't care about the cave at all, but nice to have it. We got some iron here. I'll take that, because why not? And yeah, I am fully aware that I probably already have stone in one of the boxes, but who wants to pack and unpack and all that kind of stuff? We're just doing the easier way here. Ooh, man, we're gonna get some copper as a result. Fantastic. Almost guaranteed to flood. It seemed like we're destined to dig up into some gravel. Guess not. Okay, now we got lots of stone and more gravel. Where's this thing? You. Still haven't done the way that can go away, certainly. Let's just take all this spot. I'm going to hang on to these, though, in case we run into a traveler. We're going to look at that. We're going to use that. Might as well hold on to that. And I hope not to break too much more of that. Okay. Now... pesky water. Ooh, hey, that's something. Maybe hung onto that sea lantern, huh? Oh, you know what? Okay, first thing. Sleep. Now, do the exact packing that we didn't see, because I saw that crystal. What are you doing? I saw that crystal node. Like, well, you know what? As we're trying to work our way in this little hollowed out door, and I'm trying to fill everything back in, why don't we just do this the right way? And kind of fill ourselves in. Alright. Get some air. I'm sure soon enough we'll all find more efficient ways of dealing with any of this. Do it the right way. Not run out of air. Reason I've done this is a lot of times can limit what? Okay. Did I really put all that darn gravel gravel away too. That's annoying. Got a lot of annoying here. You go away. You come up here. The game is actively trying to kill me. And yeah, that's kind of I don't get it. Did we change the water sourcing or something? Why are those re-sourcing after we have drained them? Is it just because there's too many? Or is it all still flowing? Maybe it's flowing water? So much more effort than I ever wanted to put into this dumb. Okay, there we go. Now, gotta fight current. Ah! That was what I wanted to do. Stop. Darn it. Okay. It's another level. Clearly, I intended to place it outside. This is not the box. Oh, now I left my ender chest upstairs. Get rid of all this nonsense. Maybe with the sand and the gravel, I could do it. do it. Enough at least to get our supplies back. Woo! Painful. Now, one of the problems with using gravel in here is that we may... And then we've got our entryway to deal with again. That's where I think we're going to regret our ender chest. There's 4. I think all this is good. Not what I intended at all for this episode, but kind of fun little puzzle. Door there. Finally. Wow, painful, guys. Painful. Okay, now we can get back to the excitement of we got a geode here. And I can try to explain what I think I've learned and show you how we try to manage this as a source. I think I'm just going to leave all that as is. So, the reason why we kicked out here was because we discovered, I think it was this one, in the water. And we were like, oh, well, that's a reason why not to just... leave everything as is. Alright, now let's go back to stone. Because we're going to want to have stair access down here. Just fill all this out here before we kind of go up and take a look. I expect a flood here. Kind of be ready for it. Not that ready for it. There's our flood dealt with. Oh, more. Okay, now, what we learned is that these amethyst blocks will not regenerate. You can't set up a farm to grow them anywhere in the world. They, once harvested, are what they are. They're done and moved. But these crystals, if we harvest them with, and I honestly don't know about fortune versus silk touch here, and I don't know about size, but you can notice these crystals have various stages, right? I'm guessing that's a full-sized one there. It's big and has some white frosted tips on it. Looking very 80s fly, right? So that would seem to me is a good one to harvest. This was tools. Let's get our toolbox out. A little more light going over here. Make a little stairs up here, and then take down these just for a workspace. Okay, so let's try. Very gently, we don't want to break anything. So, and we got 4 amethyst shards from that one. Awesome. Let's just compare one. I know we've done this the first time, but oh, that gets us a cluster. Okay. 4 shards make a block. That would be these. We don't know about more shards. I would think any of the... That looks like a fully done one. So let's see if we get 4 shards. Oh, it's a bud. A cluster, a bud. Oh, man. How am I ever going to keep all this straight? I don't know, but let's try. Let's grab this. That was another bud. Do buds do anything? It's a bud. That did nothing. Ooh. Okay, well now we know. Don't ever do that. Ooh, but look at that. That one just grew up a little bit. Okay, so what I've heard or seen or otherwise been instructed to do is to expose all the sides of these guys, right? Because as I understand it, these will grow in any direction, and I don't yet know if there's like light levels or anything we can do to encourage that. I'm also not going to break the crusty smooth basalt shell, but I think we're going to go ahead and expose more sides of those couple, right? Just to see what's going on. I don't want to do too much because we want to have some research here, right? So we want to see, let's try to harvest this. That was another amethyst bud. That one just looks like a nubbin. So I don't think we have anything that's big enough to be a cluster yet. Which reminds me, we didn't get a... Ooh. grow backwards slash... You can't see any of the darn crystals when I do it like that. I'm in camo when I'm in my netherite armor. Okay, so we can't move those blocks around. We found out the hard way. We lost the one right here. But now that we did that, sad as it was, we can... Let's pick this up. Over here. Still got a bunch of glass. If I don't hear the twang of a trident, Mr. Ground, I really don't care. Oh! What you made me do? So, if go like that, back inside. Now, oh, were those filled out all the way? There's only one way to find out, right? Kind of they were. Good. Now, instead of having to make that weird little shelf step workspace, we can have a nice little workspace down here. Right when we come in, this will kind of be our entry to the great undersea geode lair. That. Torch up like that so we can see it. Torch there. Torch up there. Then we can put our chests and stuff in as we go. So we'd really like to see this grow something, right? That would be ideal because it means there's no dependency on this block to be touching anything else to produce. Until we know that, we've got this one kind of as a control. Can they grow if it's just touching the smooth basalt? We don't yet have one that is just touching the quartz, but maybe that could be. Right, that's a pretty good little block. Let's do this. This. And this. Okay. Now, that is a block that is just touching quartz. We assume that that one above it, or not, whatever this stuff is. the not quartz. We call it quartz because it's a calcite, right? That's what it is. So we assume, we know it's touching there, so at least it's got contact. So, what's that? Oh, is that new? Did we break out the block underneath that? Awesome. Okay, so I think proof of concept here, these two are both potentially capable of growing stuff even without. And what that means is with more time and more confidence, we can start pruning back this existing this stuff, Amethyst. Amethyst is present in every game I play, I think, and I couldn't think of the name. And I've got a friend that has some awesome amethyst towers that look just like this. They're so cool. They're like geodes, but the towers are, somebody found these just massive ones. And most geodes you think of are shaped kind of like an egg, right? Big, fist sized or around that size, like eggs. And they're lightweight rocks. You wouldn't know what they are. You find them like in rivers and stuff, except that when you pick them up, they feel a lot lighter than a rock should, and that's because the inside is just all crystalline and vacuum or air vacuum space, whatever it is. I don't know if they're airtight or not until they get broken open. But so anyway, my understanding is that like this one now has one, two, three, and four sides, all of which can be growing these little buds. And this one, of course, has the four around the outside and the two. Look at that. It's got six faces to it, all of which can be growing. These others as well. As you isolate them. What is that? What weird optics, right? It looked like it was floating above. It looked like it's just floating off a block. Oh, pop! Got bigger. Yay! So they can grow. We can, with a bit more confidence now, start hollowing out around these others with that adult to give them room to grow more of these little buds. And once they're fully grown, we can hit them with the fortune pick and get multiple harvests. What we're going to need to do, though, is, I don't know, maybe carefully place some scaffold around them. Careful. Definitely relocate that torch. And they don't all have to be just floating in space, I don't think. I'll just kind of try to create a nice sort of amethyst, natural amethyst farm, right? As I understand them to function, that's all you can do if you want to use this beautiful building stone. Is like a darkness farm. You want to just basically maximize the game conditions that will allow them to flourish. And when we say flourish for these, what we're looking for is more of the little grown crystals around the outside. That's not right, though. Let's put that there. Bottom of that one exposed. And the rest of this stuff we can harvest. I don't know if we want to entirely, though. It's kind of pretty around it. And, that may change a lot as we get further and further along. When we feel we really need it, let's just go ahead and harvest this out and get the rest. But now the other piece is I have no idea how fast or slow these grow. We've seen that one kind of, oh, there's some pieces over there. I'll leave those so we know this is, it's because we're all filled up. Let's go back down to our little workroom area here. That ender chest. Our inventory is going to be such a mess. Cyan. Let's make that our all things amethysty. So calcite, the blocks, the buds, the clusters, and the shards. So many jokes. So many jokes waiting to happen. This looks like a safe spot. Put one. I think I can. Let's gravel. Safely climb up here. So let's go there, there, right there, there, there. Now we got dripping we gotta deal with. Do I still have? No, I don't have any of that calcite left. So I'm assuming everybody's picked up on the not too revolutionary tactic here, right? We're just trying to make as many spaces around the sides of these so that they can all grow out. And there's nothing too revolutionary there. What was that one on top of? Get it? Oh, I got it. Have this nice double-wide staircase. And then for the sake of the crystals, it was growing. We had said, let's take that piece there. Oh, now we got two dripping? I don't even think the one I was planning to place it in is one of the dripping ones. Okay, whatever. So a bunch more of that, some of that. I don't know that we need any more glass out here, do we? Unless we were just to insulate out here, so we didn't have those drips. Why would we do that with glass, though? Just camouflage it with the natural gravel. That's not gravel. This is fun. Totally unplanned. I didn't expect that. We got the moss, though. Let's hype that. Have I really gone for like an hour and 20? I think it was around the top of the night. Oh, 54. Oh, because I waited for the garbage trucks. I looked at the clock and it was at the top of the hour. And I looked up and it was like an hour and 23 minutes later. I was like, oh no. We've done it again. But no. No reason for alarm. So we'll just do a thin layer of gravel here. I guess I should focus on things that we suspect are dripping first. Choked in kelp. dolphin. I was wondering if that was a drowned or a squid. Neither. Alright. Well, that should cover our drips. We really don't need this, but we can always take it back home, mash it into blocks, and I don't know, have we even dried any out? That could be another food that we add, or we can save it for making water elevators, because you need so much of it for that. Grand scheme of things, no. Where'd he go? Just saw him too. Hi, friend. Maybe we got you see anybody with a torch? A trident? Alright, well, that was kind of intended as a little built-in delay. Are we getting... any more growth? And has that one grown any more? So, still not... School's not done yet on all this stuff. But some of these are definitely producing, right? I would hazard a guess that that is another shard now, but I'm not going to rush. I'll try to let a few of them grow up to that size. But okay, so apparently when they are full shard height, can we go through here? They are full-on dimensions of the block next to them, right? Whereas the what I'm guessing are the buds, are only half a block. See how that doesn't stick out all the way, but if we had a better way to look at this one straight on, I suspect... Yeah, see how on that one, it just lines up all the way across. So I think that's the fully mature state. And let's just go ahead and... Oh yeah, that gets us 4 shards every time, I forgot. I wanted to see about the clusters instead. Oh well. Any other goodies there? No. Let's put all this kelp away. Let's get the pink box out. We're done with glass. Sand is like glass. Right? Brown box. We can put some of the rest of this stuff. Why do I still have glass? Does that mean that I put stone away instead of... Okay. These two, good. We're holding on to that for Wandering Trader. We're holding on to that because we're going to do that in the next episode. Oh, for a second I thought I was hitting with a fortune axe. Okay, let's move you out of harm's way. We're going to wish you guys well. Let's check time one more time, but I think we're... Yeah, there we go. An hour and 30 seconds. So perfect timing. Let's go ahead and save and quit. Definitely coming creasing streets for gold. Yes, we are. In the next episode, we're going to continue the adventure. we're gonna put off this building as long as we can. Not really the intent, but come on, 17. We got so much more cool stuff, and this is gonna teach us how to man. Look at that. We're so much better because we get more exposed sides of all of our X things. And let's just call out the lies here. That's unless we don't understand the little Xy ones that grow the crystals are growing them on non-crystally growy blocky things. Minecraft. What's going on? What's really going on here, huh? You want to tell us? Anyway, sidetrack aside. Thanks so much. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the Geode special, unplanned and kind of by accident. But hey, I wish we'd had the Trident special instead. If one of those drowned had happened to drop one, we'd be probably rushing back to enchant and so excited, couldn't stand it. But we've got a lot more fun to go. We're gonna go find that treasure, see if there's any more 17 goodies in the actual mapped treasure chest, and then we've got moss to play with back home. See what we can do with it. Um, Before we end this upcoming episode, we will make sure that we come back to this point to check on our geodes again. I'd like to get a few more of those. No, I forgot shards. Is that the shards are the four banger ones, right? What are the big crystally ones? They're not the buds. Whatever those are, whatever the biggest of the non shard size are, we want to get at least four of those to see if you combine those. Do those make something? I have no idea, but I'd love to find out. So a little bit more, but we're going to give it some time to grow and kind of explore around. Hopefully that going after that chest will keep us close enough where it will continue to grow and develop while we're in the area here. So that's the plan. Thank you again. Really appreciate you guys dropping by. Please likes, comments, subscribes. I appreciate all of them, but most of all, I just appreciate you guys coming by and watching. Keep coming back, and please do spread the word. If you know others that enjoy hardcore vanilla Minecraft, let them know. Hey, there's some YouTube videos out there that kind of just love the game as it is in a pure vanilla state. So love to see you and them coming on back to join us. But for now, take a big break. I'm going to take a quick one at least and come on back for some more. So I will see you then. Stay awesome out there, guys. Bye now.